Once you work a regular job, if you can do all the social media stuff, I'm pretty sure you can just get a job. Yeah, actually, I've applied to several locations, hiring literally anywhere. Just go get a job. While I am able to work, I do have to have some level of accommodations, which is usually not possible per the employer, and it never works out that way. In addition, I also need assistance for things such as driving, and I would need to book in after before work about an hour to get to work if I'm going to like Orlando proper, and about 2 to 3 hours to get home because the loop on the way home is extra long. So I would be on the bus for about 4 hours to do that if I'm working outside of like the general area which I live, and I've applied for every single job. I haven't really even got to the point in most of these where I bring up that I even need accommodations. They never even see me in my wheelchair. It's just simply an incredibly hard job market. And a lot of these jobs I'm applying for, I don't even know if I'm able to do. My friend, I would like you, if possible, if you think it's that easy, would you please find me a job that I'm able to do in my wheelchair? Or I'm able to be maybe a little bit late for, miss a couple of days a week because I'm sick or have some medical things going on, such as testing. Am I able to bring my service dog to work? Is it a safe job to bring my service dog to work? Could you maybe also find me one where I could like work like 2 to 3 hours a week, then just passively work here and there? Could you please direct me to where I could do that? And like, for instance, for my lives, for example, if I don't feel well, I can just call it off or do something else entirely. Is there a job where if I was medically unable to do something, I could just go do something else and still get paid for it? Yeah, honestly, I would love to have a job. I would love to be able to have my own money, independence, freedom. There's not a lot of work out there that exists for people who have disabilities like I do. While some people can make it work, some people have, again, additional things in the way, such as, again, I would need several hours to and from work while managing like severe food allergies, having to pack food back and forth because, again, I'm not really able to eat outside of the home. So let's say I'm working 8 hours a day plus about 4 hours of commute. I'm going to need to pack a significant amount of food, as well as my wheelchair, as well as my service dogs items. It becomes like a really big improbability really, really quickly. And unfortunately, a lot of the work from home jobs have kind of started fizzling out. And so it's a lot harder to get into that. And a lot of places are also really wary with everything going on right now with new hires. And so that also makes it additionally hard to look for employment. And so, yes, it is true. I am disabled and I could probably do some forms of work, but finding that type of work right now is an improbability, and I'm not able to work consistent hours. And not that it really matters. I do other things. Like, I am a mom as well. I help do the majority maintenance of the cleanliness in our home, which, again, if I'm putting all of my energy into a job, a lot of those things are also going to cease to happen within the home because sometimes my spouse is working upwards of 50 hours a week. And even sometimes getting to doctor's appointments, I'm simply too sick for or struggle with the transportation to get there. And so I can only imagine what it would look like on a daily basis to get to a job. Okay, so you contribute nothing to society. I think people just boil down our worth to what we can drive as far as capitalist ventures go. But really, that doesn't say a whole lot about us as who we are as people, or how hard we work, or the things that we're interested in, even things like our work ethic. I just want to remind everybody that's watching, like disabled creators, for example, you're seeing one small section that's highly curated of their day, and you're not with me for the entire day and don't know the level of assistance I may need unless I discuss it, which is also tends to be met with some level of hate as well. So it's kind of a fine line that I have to walk as a creator.